Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Channel. I'm really excited about sharing this story with you. So, I was on some social media platform. I actually can't remember which one, but I was in a spirituality group, I believe. And somebody within this group was having a really difficult time, and they really were asking for some advice about why they should continue on, what's the point, why should they wake up in the morning and continue putting one foot in front of the other. And there were a lot of people on there that were giving them just hang in there, and hopeful comments and things like that. And the relatives came through, and I really liked the analogy that they wanted me to use as a response to this person's question. And for me, they used my experience with being in the ocean since forever. I mean, I think I was on a boogie board when I was like 2 years old, growing up in Southern California. And I've also done a lot of surfing in the past, not so much anymore. And so they use the analogy of, when you're surfing or when you're bodyboarding, a lot of the times you have to take some time to paddle out to where the sets are coming in. And sometimes it's a pretty long paddle, and it's tiring and it's exhausting, and you have ocean water that's squirting in your eyes and you can't see, and you have snot coming out of your nose, and it's not exactly the most comfortable experience. And you can definitely get tired, especially if there's a pretty good current from paddling. But what you're really doing is you're anticipating what could be a really exceptional ride, except you don't know. You don't know for sure. How could you, right? And sometimes you get to where the sets are, you get in the perfect spot, you see that beautiful, perfect wave forming, you aim your board right in the perfect direction, and everything just goes beautifully. And you ride that wave, and it is like glass, and it's just the most beautiful view and so invigorating, right? Then there's other times you make that same paddle out, and you see that wave coming, and you think you're just as prepared, and for whatever reason you happen to be a couple inches behind it instead of in front of it, and you end up going over the falls. So if anybody can relate to what that means, going over the falls is really not fun. I've been thrown up in the air. I've been stabbed in the back by my board. Most of the time, if you go over a big fall, you're held down for a good amount of time. I think the longest I've been held down for was about a minute, and it was pretty scary. And I came up, and I was actually really terrified. I thought that I could have possibly drowned. My back was really hurting from where my board had hit. And I had to take some time to recover, on the shore. However, it didn't stop me from going back out again. I still continued to, again and again, go and try to find that beautiful, perfect ride. So what I really learned from that particular experience because inevitably it happens again at some point, is that the next time that happened, when I went over the falls and I was held under, is that I really realized that the best thing I could do is not resist what was happening. So I really just relaxed into where the tides were taking me. I really relaxed into the tumbling of being hit on the bottom and the sand and the lack of vision I had from all the sand clouding my vision. And I really just surrendered to the situation and knew within some amount of time I would be able to come up and catch my breath. And it really did make that whole experience actually a lot more invigorating and, dare I say, kind of fun. So that was really a beautiful analogy for life, because every day when we wake up, we are deciding to hop on that board and take that paddle out and not exactly know which type of wave we're going to catch that day. It might be a glassy one. It might be just perfect. Or you might have weeks where you paddle out and every single ride you try to take, you're going over the falls and you're going to get tumbled and you're not going to be able to breathe. And really the only thing that you can do is relax and surrender into the tides of life and what's happening, and not resist and push against, because it's not in your control. The only thing that's in your control is how you're responding and what you can do to allow the situation to just be as it is. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I really liked that analogy, and I hope that helps you too. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.